as of the time of this recording, there's exactly 140 days left in 2024. And so if there are goals that you set out at the beginning of the year that you haven't achieved or they're not in the spot that you want them to be in, I have a question for you. What the fuck are you going to do about it? And part of this is me asking myself this question because there's some things in my business that I wanted to launch. There's some things that I did launch that I didn't like really put my full effort or full energy behind, and they kind of fell flat. And right now I'm launching this podcast, and I got a mastermind that I'm going on that I'm going to be launching, and I have all of these things that are probably 3 or 4 months late with me launching them, right? And I was thinking about it at the gym this morning, like I eventually launched those things. It took me a little bit longer, but it required me to change my day to day. It required me to change the 24-hour cycle that we all have. And a lot of the times we get caught up in this idea that the the 24-hour cycle, it's the same thing every single day, which then leads to the same weeks, which then leads to the same months, which then leads us to have the same years over and over and over again. And so again, I go back to that question. What the fuck are you going to do about you not achieving the goals that you set out at the beginning of this year? Yes, there's a possibility that those goals, that vision has changed throughout the year. But if it's still there for you, what are you going to do? What actions are you going to take? What things are you going to change in your day-to-day basis? Do you know, have you reverse engineered from that end goal what some daily actions are that you need to take in order to achieve that goal? Do you know what it's going to take from you energetically to do that? Do you have the organization around, hey, I need this piece of content, I need this, I need this, I need this person to help me here, this information that I need to have, so I need to go gather it. Do you have any of that stuff in place right now? Because if you don't, it's time to get a journal, get an iPad, go on Notion, and start brain dumping this stuff so that you can start to get a little bit more clarity over what you need to do in order for this to actually happen for you. Because let me tell you, 140 days can change your life. It can change your business. If you dedicated yourself with clarity to your goal for the next 140 days, you can make the back half of 2024 extremely, extremely powerful and valuable for you and your business. Go do it. Go write the things down that you need to write down. Go look at the beliefs that you have about you not achieving these things up until this point. Go look at where the resistance points we're finding resistance in some of the actions that you need to take to move these things forward. Write those down, work on them, figure out where the origin story of those things are. Because if you don't actually do the work to uncover and expand all of these things that are potentially holding you back, you're never going to be able to move past them. And it doesn't matter what year or how big the goal is or uh, how many people you tell you're going to go out and do this thing. If there's still resistance that's coming up and you're not changing the actions associated with achieving that goal, it's probably not going to happen. So take this as the catalyst for you to really take a look at what you're doing on your day-to-day basis, what you feel like you need to do moving forward in order to achieve those goals. And if you need support, you might need to go get some support from somebody. You might need to go get a coach, a mentor. You might need to go buy a course or something like that. Just don't get caught up in the cycle of buying a bunch of courses and not finishing them and then all that stuff. But 140 days is plenty of time to completely change your life and business. And it's time to get going. It's time to start. And you should do it right now. Cool. Let's get after it.